Good morning, and thank you for being here. Today, I'm proud to officially introduce Stuart Campbell as the next director of the City of Frederick's Department of Housing and Human Services. This appointment follows a lengthy but intentional search process. We conducted a national recruitment effort and held several rounds of interviews to ensure we found the right leader for this critical role. Importantly, the final round of interviews included voices from both community partners and staff within the Department of Housing and Human Services. Their insight and participation helped confirm what we saw throughout the process, that Stuart brings the experience, collaborative approach, and leadership that this department needs. Stuart brings more than 30 years of experience in the field with a deep background in housing policy, community services, and economic mobility. Most recently, he served as Special Advisor for Economic Mobility at the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development, where he helped lead statewide strategies to better align services for families experiencing poverty. Under his leadership at DHCD between 2015 and 2020, Maryland achieved a 24% decrease in homelessness, a result that speaks volumes about the focus on impact. Stuart also made a point to visit all 17 community action agencies across Maryland, giving him a broad and practical understanding of the systems and the services that support vulnerable residents every day. Prior to that, he served as Deputy Director of Federal Resources, overseeing more than $400 million in federal and state funding, and earlier as Director of Community Services Programs, where he managed major state efforts, including the Homelessness Solutions Program and Emergency Rental Assistance during the COVID-19 crisis. He has also led on the national stage as a project director at the National Alliance to End Homelessness, where he worked closely with federal agencies to expand the use of rapid rehousing strategies across the country. In short, Stuart understands the landscape. He understands how to manage complex programs, lead diverse teams, and design solutions that are both strategic and compassionate. While he's still getting to know Frederick as a city, he already understands the local context of our department, the challenges that we're facing, and the opportunities we have in front of us. I'm confident he will quickly deepen those local relationships and bring a steady hand to this important work. Our Housing and Human Services Department is on the front lines of some of our city's most complex and urgent challenges, from homelessness and food insecurity to housing stability, healthcare, and family support. It is where we meet people in moments of need and help them move forward. It is where we affirm through action that government can be, should be, and in Frederick, it is a steady and trustworthy presence in people's lives. This department touches lives every single day, and it needs steady, empathetic, and visionary leadership. Stuart is that leader. I want to thank the members of the City Council for their support of this appointment. Your support and commitment to investing in strong, capable leadership is critical to ensuring that our residents, especially those most in need, receive the services and the support that they deserve. I also want to thank the Housing and Human Services staff for their continued dedication and resilience through this period of transition, particularly Michelle Ott, who has served as the acting director during this time. Stuart, welcome to the City of Frederick. I now invite you to the podium for your introduction to our community. Thank you.
Good morning. I'd like to start off by thanking Mayor O'Connor, the City Council, and the members of the community that I have met with for their trust and confidence they've all placed in me. For the last 30 years, I have been driven by my passion for social and economic mobility, with the goal of moving vulnerable individuals and households out of poverty and into self-sufficiency. No one should be forced to sleep outside at night or have to choose between paying rent or feeding their children or go without basic medical care. For me, it isn't about simply helping someone with a short-term solution to their problems. It is about working with them to help them identify their strengths, find areas where they need extra support, and help them get on the path to upward economic mobility. When I look at the Department of Housing and Human Services, that is the type of success for our clients that I envision achieving. I'm very excited about the opportunity to take the helm of an agency that is vital to the health and well-being of so many of the residents of Frederick. It is also an agency I have worked with over the last 10 years at the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development. For individuals in poverty, housing and human services are intrinsically linked. You can't really have one without the other. Research has shown that being stably housed dramatically increases the effectiveness of education, employment, addiction, and mental health services. Frederick is also not alone in struggling to address housing affordability. Maryland is experiencing a 96,000 unit housing shortage. A lack of affordable housing not only risks increasing homelessness, but also hampers job growth. As director of HHS, I plan to work with legislators, community leaders, and city staff to expand affordable housing in the following ways: expanding different types of housing, such as accessory dwelling units and shared housing, incentivizing the development of affordable multifamily housing projects, and identifying ways to increase affordable home ownership. I also want to reduce barriers that prevent any of the strategies I've outlined above. And with the collaboration of the city's housing authority, the county's Division of Housing, city agencies, community stakeholders and nonprofits, and our state and national partners, our success will mean greater stability, opportunity, and dignity for the residents that we all serve. And of course, I want to take a moment to recognize the amazing staff at HHS, who I'm very excited to begin working with. I've met with a number of the staff already, and I can already tell that the team is committed and passionate about the important work that HHS does. I'm looking forward to getting to know each and every one of them over the coming weeks and months. It will be a privilege to work alongside them. Thank you.
So at this time, we'd open it up for any questions.
I'm Nolan. I'm with the Frederick News Post. So I wanted to hear a little bit more about your actual personal experience working in the field and what you think specific attributes that you have that you bring to Frederick.
So the question is about Mr. Campbell's personal experiences and the skills that he brings to this work.
So over the past 30 years, I have worked on both the policy side, the programmatic side, and the volunteer side of social services, social justice, social and economic mobility. My passion and my experience, I think, gives me a unique perspective in having a national, a state, and a local perspective that I can bring to the role. I think that it's always helpful to have someone who has seen what's going on in other parts of the country. I worked for several years at the Texas Department of Housing, and I saw how things worked in Houston, in Dallas, in Austin, in rural areas across the state, and I've done the same here in Maryland in the past 10 years. I think that perspective is what's going to help me really succeed in this job. Okay.
Anything additional? Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your attendance today and are very excited about what is coming. The work ahead speaks for itself, and I know that you'll be hearing more from Stuart and the department over the coming weeks and months. We've already been having conversations about what the short and mid long-range strategies for the department are going to look like. He is ready to hit the ground running, and we are ready for him to do that as well. So thank you for being here and for your continued interest in the work that we're doing here to serve all of the residents of the city of Frederick. Thank you so much.